Hey guys, so today's video is an exciting review for a lot of you because I got so many requests to review this foundation, and the foundation that I'm talking about is the Bare Minerals Matte Foundation. Now I showed you this about a couple of weeks or so, and I was really excited when I got it, and I really wanted to wear it every single day, which I did because I want to give you guys an accurate, informative, and very honest review about this foundation. Now, what I'm going to start by doing in this video is I have a bare face, so I'm going to start with the application so you guys can see the coverage that you can get and the finish as well, because it is a matte foundation. It can be a little bit scary for some, or some people might really like it. So my brush of choice to apply this foundation is my Real Techniques buffing brush, which is my favorite brush of all times to apply foundation, and I'm so glad I bought it because it's great to apply mineral foundation as well. So I'm going to start by applying the foundation, and hopefully I'm using a new camera. Please let me know if the image is okay. I've been struggling today with this camera, but hopefully it will come out right. So I'm going to pour some foundation into the lid, and I hope it shows on the camera. This is how much I will need for half of my face. And for those of you who've never seen any videos about this foundation, they're usually recommend to buff, tap, and then buff it onto your skin, something like that. So what I do is I swirl, that's what I wanted to say, I swirl my brush, and there's still product on the lid, and then I'm going to buff it into my skin. And I'm looking into the viewfinder. I hope I'm doing this properly because my camera's not that close to me. And the secret about this foundation is the more you buff it in, the more natural it will look. So now I'm going to get the rest of the foundation, swirl it really well onto the brush, and I'm going to start doing half of my face, as I said. Find this foundation to be very light on the skin. That's one of the things that really impressed me about the foundation. So this is the first layer. It kind of like evens out the skin first, so you can see the difference. No makeup on here and a little bit of foundation there, but I will be applying 2 layers just to show you the coverage. My skin has been really good recently, so I haven't really had any breakouts, which is brilliant. This time I'm not going to apply that much because this powder, you think it's not giving you enough coverage, and then when you finish all your makeup you just look like a cake. So I'm just going to do it right here where I need more coverage usually because of my oily skin. So now I'm going to use the foundation as well for concealing, because they say that you can use the foundation for concealing. So this is entirely a personal choice. If you prefer creamy concealers, then you need to stick to that. But if you don't mind applying a powder as a concealer, then you can use this foundation for that. So I'm going to tap a little bit, not as much as I would if I was applying the foundation all over my face. So it's just a little bit that I'm applying here. And I'm going to be using another Real Techniques brush, and this one is the pointed foundation brush, which is like this. And I'm going to be using a mirror now so I can see exactly what I'm doing. So the only thing you need to do with this brush now, you don't need to swirl, you just need to tap the foundation brush on the product and then just go underneath your eyes and conceal. and you don't need to be scared. You can apply as much as you need. If you have really dark circles like myself, you can apply as much as you want. It really becomes kind of like creamy underneath the eye. And if you also find a lot of unevenness in your skin, like dark spots, you can use the foundation for spot concealing as well. So as you can see, my skin is all evened out, and what I'm going to do now is finish my makeup, and I'll be right back. So now I'm back and I finished all my makeup, and hopefully like this you can see the finish, because having just a blank face of foundation, sometimes you don't really get an idea of what the finished look would be. So having a little bit of blush and all of that can bring the whole look together. My approach today was very natural, and this is what I normally wear to go to work. So that's what I did today, and hopefully you can see the coverage and how natural it looks. You don't really see the difference between my neck and my face, so you don't really need to blend this foundation that far down onto your neck. I stopped right over here on my jawline, and you don't really see the difference, which is great. So first I'm going to talk about the packaging, the shades, the price, and all of that. Some websites where you can find this as well. So the packaging is like this. It's a plastic jar. This is the box that the foundation came in. And if you're not familiar with Bare Minerals, they have 3 foundations. They have the original formula, which I believe is mostly for normal to dry skin, because it gives like a natural glow or dewy finish. And then they have the matte foundation, and now they've released, or at the beginning of this year, they've released a ready foundation, which is a compact foundation. So this opens like this. It's a screw lid, and then you can see not really, you don't see the product, but that's the opening. And then to release the powder, you need to twist this part where you have a few little holes here to release the foundation, and then when you don't need it, you just lock it again, which is great for traveling, or if you take it with you for work, for touch-ups during the day if you need it. It's great. It's not going to mess your bag or anything like that. So I'm going to read what they say on the website, the claims that they have about the foundation, so you can kind of like get an idea of what type of finish they're aiming. So it says that our matte SPF 15 foundation gives you all day all the flawless coverage you want with a natural matte finish that won't clump or cake. It minimizes the appearance of pores and increases cell turnover for younger looking skin. The creamy minerals diminish the look of fine lines and wrinkles without drying out your skin. Its silky, soft texture looks like a powder but feels like a cream, and buffs on beautifully. So made with only purest, highest quality ingredients. And here's the results. 93% of women, saw minimized pores, and 85% of women experience improved skin clarity within continued use. 89% said this foundation reduced oil shine throughout the day, based on an independent consumer study. So I'm reading this from Debenhams website, but you can buy this foundation in so many different websites. I got mine at beautybay.com, and I did mention this before. I got it on promotion. The foundation retails for £25. Debenhams is doing a promotion at the moment where you get, I think, 10% off. But I paid only $17.25, which I think was a bargain, with free delivery. And Beauty Bay delivers worldwide. So if you guys are interested, I'll put the link below in case they're still doing this type of promotion. So the foundation brush, as you guys could see in the demo, that I prefer to use is my Real Techniques buffing brush, because it's very soft but quite dense as well. But the bristles move really well, so when I'm swiveling the brush into the product, I think it works really well like this. I've tried with the Sigma F80, but I didn't like it so much. I thought this brush doesn't really grab the product as well, and it's kind of like a waste. I'm not saying you should go out and buy this. I'm saying that Either of the two are okay, but this one for me is the best. This foundation comes in 20 different shades, which I think it's amazing for a high-end brand to make that many shades. I think it's really, really nice. And the shade that I was matched is golden medium, and I went to a counter to get matched before I ordered my foundation online. So that's one of the recommendations. If you really are interested in getting this foundation, get yourself matched first. Try the foundation out, see if you like it, and then try and get it somewhere else if you don't want to pay the full price, which is £25. Now, as I was saying, the brush that I like to use, which is my Real Techniques buffing brush. I love using this foundation brush. I know the line also has their own brushes, but from the reviews that I've seen online, they shed like crazy. They're extremely expensive, and I just didn't see the need of buying a new foundation brush just to wear this foundation, because I think that's ridiculous. I think they cost around between 20 and 25 pounds, and this came in a set, and the whole set costs less than the brush. For concealer, as I said, I use the Real Techniques, which one is this? It's the pointed foundation brush. I know it's a foundation brush, I just want to say the right name. And this one comes in the same set as this one, so I didn't use this one for a really long time, so I'm quite happy that now there is a purpose for this foundation brush. And I really like using this for spot concealing and also for underneath my eyes. So from this review, you can already see I really like this foundation. I think it would be a great product to wear spring, summer, where my skin gets a lot more oily. Because in the winter, now that it's getting really cold here in the UK, my skin is more combination to oily, but not full-on oily. Also depending on what foundation I'm wearing. I'm not wearing this with a primer. I haven't used it with a primer since I started wearing it, because I do find that my pores look smaller, that my skin doesn't create as much oil as it would if I was wearing a liquid foundation. But then again, it's colder, so my face tends to be more normal over here, or maybe slightly combination, but on my T-zone is still quite oily. I don't set it with a powder either, because I find that the foundation works really well. And the only thing I have to do, maybe after 6 hours, I just need to blot and then just powder my face a little bit, but only on the T-zone, because I've noticed that on the rest of my face, my skin is just flawless throughout the day without looking shiny at all. I even have highlighter, and I don't usually put highlighter with my foundations when I go to work, because I don't have the patience to go and check myself in the mirror all the time. But with this foundation, I know I'm not going to get oily. So that's one of the things that I really, really like. I also notice it doesn't enhance any of my fine lines. Like I have it on my forehead, it doesn't enhance them. It just makes my skin look like skin, but just better. That's I know I've said this about other foundations, but I've never had this with any foundation. I just find that it's very light on the skin. It doesn't enhance any fine lines, smile lines, nothing like that. It doesn't clog my pores. Since I started using this as well, I haven't had any breakouts. I'm not saying 100% it's only about the foundation. It's also about the products, the skincare products that I'm using, which I really want to share with you guys, because if you have the tendency to get breakouts, these products that I'm using may really, really help you. But I haven't had any of that. And I know when I'm wearing liquid foundation, I always have breakouts at least once a month. It could be hormonal, but with this foundation, I haven't had any like major breakouts, which I normally have on my chin area, and I'm not having it. So this foundation has really, really surprised me and blown me away. So overall, this is a 5 out of 5. I love this foundation. I would highly recommend if you have combination to oily and even very oily skin, and you like that matte look, but not dead look, because this foundation doesn't give you that. I would really highly recommend it. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope it was helpful. Hopefully I also answered all the questions that you had. And if I didn't, please comment below and I'll get back to you guys as soon as I can. Have a great weekend, and I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye.